What up, Realmers? Welcome back to the channel. Now, lots of stuff has happened in the last 24 hours. I've got lots of content to make for this channel, and I'm trying to get at least 2 videos done a day. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to put post notifications on, and as well, make sure to subscribe. In any case, we are going to be covering today Onslaught. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Onslaught's not on at the moment, or Strike, whatever you will call it. Now, some people will call it Strike, some people call it Onslaught. Now, those are the 2 names associated with it. But what we're going to do is do a little bit of a guide. Now, I do have footage, which I'm going to showcase in a minute, and just shows you some bad play and some good play when it comes to playing Strikes or Onslaught, and my top tips as well. Because let's face it, over this time, we're going to have an opportunity to grab ourselves a little bit of a super soldier, which, let's face it, everyone wants to get, unless you want to spend the money, and that's down to you. That is your choice on the matter. But this is going to be one of the main methods of doing this type of game mode, which if you put go now, yeah, it's not there. So I'm going to go over some top tips and break down an Onslaught fight or Strike fight and give you the full 4-1-1 and give you the tips and tricks when it comes to that event. Now, this is not me showing any kind of disrespect against the people I was playing with, but there are some notable things when it comes to movements and as well just playing style and simple understandings that are going to be self-evident. So this is how it works out. If you're familiar with the stronghold, that kind of you're protecting something, except for this one, it's all about survival. Survival of the fittest. You need to survive. And so one of the main things is these waves. 15 waves are going to be sent at you. This particular play does showcase a lot of stuff. Now, at this point, it's probably important to say keep distance, but as well, pick up those what seem to be, if MCOC terms revives, they're actually health potions. So those little green things that are floating around, they are health potions. It's going to be kind of important the further you get down with the waves and the difficulties. As soon as you kill off an enemy, grab them. Don't look at them like they should be something that you don't take. So yes, one of the main things here is just making sure you're kind of like working together. Unfortunately, a lot of the times you'll be grouped together with people you don't know. I would say stick together as much as possible. Lone wolves are ultimately going to find themselves smacked. And right here, what I'm doing with my storm, and by the way, we all know this, different characters have different roles within a fight. Hulk is doing a grand job at this moment by being that kind of main grabber of damage and just kind of like taking on the punishment so that I can then build up my specials and fire them in. But there will be times when there will be waves, there will be some of the symbiotes that are going to be more powerful. They're going to hurt. They're going to hurt a lot when they take you on. So, trying to do the best I can with damage from distance, but at the same time, I'm then like, put them into the perfect trap. My SP3 is Storm, and especially with the Blizzard wand, allows me to, in a grouping, do this kind of this swirling vortex that kind of loops them in place. It did seem at the time that I was close, but it would have been more advisable for me to be closer to them, those 2 symbiotes, in order to do a bit more damage. So that's me, a bit of a mistake there, but this is good in any case because I'm keeping distance. Now, and something to point out, one thing that's good is holding up play. And one of my top tips is this. If you are the last person surviving on your team, you do get to have people that revive. As you just saw, the Hulk is now back in action. What is the best thing to do is to keep at least one of you alive. And you're going to see play in a minute where I decide to go off to the side and try and keep myself alive for longer. If I keep myself alive for longer, I draw out the enemy away from this central point. It means that my teammates can get back alive, and as well we can keep going with the next wave. 2 people alive is better than 1, and then I would respawn back in. Anyway, let's play out the fight. So things seem to be going well. We're just about to get this kind of wave down. There is still 1 enemy still alive, which we're just going to like try and, take down as you do. Now you see the storms come back in again, and all 3 of us are alive. This is going to be the next point of finding health potions, because we're all very low on health. The lower symbiotes, as you've just seen, have just been knocked out, and we have those health potions in the field. That's why it's important at this point to go and grab them if you are low on health. Like for me, I'm low on health. Let's just see if I do the right thing. So I am helping out my teammates and I'm grabbing those health potions. So I did the right thing there. Grab the health potions if I'm low on health. It's a no-brainer. Anyway, continuing on, and something to point out there is I do not know what the Hulk was doing. I really don't know. This is the questionable thing. And again, no disrespect. You know, maybe there was something like, maybe a loss of connection or something like that. I don't know. But at this point, if you have very low health, pick up the health potions, you know. If you're a tank, you're a better off option to be that person that constantly gets healing. We've got no healers on our team. There's no Sorcerer Supreme to heal up that Hulk. So definitely go for those health potions if you see them. Okay. And again, back into the fight. The Hulk is on very low health, as well as I am. I'm on full health. Sorry, I'm on full health. I'm doing good. And I need to get my SP3. As the fight's kind of going on, I'm looking for a good opportunity to throw that SP3. And again, same problem. Pick up the damn health potions. That would have been so much more of an advisable thing because you were low on health. And now I've gone into my SP3. I'm thinking like it's maybe not a value to do, but you know, I've got to do what I've got to do. Now, watch something here. This is what I'm talking about. This is the hold up play. What I am doing is I am taking these characters into the corner. This allows a fully healed Hulk to come back and come into play. If I got knocked out, that's it. It's over. Done. But because I kept myself alive, it meant the Hulk could come back. The same principle would be with the Storm. So that's, again, like the reason that I'm playing it in that kind of way. Also means that, you know, I'm gonna die. It's not the end of the world. I've slowed them in place, tried to evade away. That was actually really good. So if you didn't see that, I would just to point out what I did there was I threw my SP1, which allowed them to be slowed. Because they were slowed, I was able to jump over them, evade away, and actually get a bit of a head start to actually just inch myself away from these enemies to then come back in. I would say help out, but in some ways it's good. Holding up play and allowing me to be alive means the other two teammates can be alive and revive. So continue on. Unfortunately, I got hit, but that's, you know, it is what it is. And then it's ticking away about 10 seconds before I can revive back in, but I'm about to respawn. And missions failed. Okay, missions failed because this goes down to this holding up play. If you're able to just have a look at what's going on, the other two people are left alive, then at least you die and you can come back. But, you know, if they die, then everyone else is gone. The hold up play that I did was I drew away the enemies to one specific area. And that's the thing about doing that team aspect to it and how you can really maximize what you do in that particular game mode. So yeah, I think it's good to show a defeat because what it does, it gives you this kind of like understanding of like how things go. I mean, I'm proud of my performance. I had a pretty good performance, to be honest. Died once, 25 kills and 54% of the damage. So yeah, and again, it's nothing for me to be like boastful about this. It could be down to bad connection, could be down for so many other factors. But just to point out a few of the kind of like bits of play there. But if you're Hulk, be very close. I think if you're going in with a team, a Sorcerer Supreme, a Spider-Man potentially, but as well if you're slowing down enemies and you want to have a Storm on your team. So my personal thing, but you could root in place with Spider-Man. So okay, Spider-Man or Storm, a Sorcerer Supreme, yes, for the regen, a Hulk to do a lot of the tanking work, and then it's up to you if you want to like incorporate anything else with that. But personally, like I said, ranging attack is going to be quite important. Drawing and keeping distance could be good. In comparison to Stronghold, you are not protecting something in the center. And the same thing with other game modes, you're just not protecting anything. So what you need to worry about is, or not worry about, is something to protect, but creating distance. That's another thing. Create some distance for yourself when it comes to keeping everybody alive. And Wave 6 is kind of disappointing. And I think I did this twice at the same type of team. And it's just that kind of stuff. I would like to kind of like pair up with other people, I think, to kind of like get a full try and push for full 15, but maybe I've got to work on my Storm a little bit to kind of like get up further. But those are my top tips with this. I think it's best to show you stuff when it's not working and stuff that you're trying to do that works really well, and others maybe not so much. But keep this as good advice. Hopefully it helps out when you're doing Onslaught, which will be dropping this weekend and then will be every other weekend. It's mainly a weekend thing, but do keep vigilant. Put your notifications of the game on, so when the game mode goes live, boom, it pings up and it tells you. So that's a top tip for me there. And that's been a little guide into the Onslaught or Strike game mode. Go and check out the game if you haven't already, and make sure to subscribe, post notifications and all. Hit the like button. Yep, lots of realm content coming out soon. See you next one. Bye.